battle simulator.
Here we go, the final fucking summon battle with the Dragon King Bahamut. If you win, you get the Bahamut summon materia. If you lose, you got your ass beat by a giant flying dragon and you gotta try again. This fight, out of all of the other summon battles in the game, this one is by far the biggest endurance trial and pain in the ass. I mean, it is the Dragon King, so his defense is obviously going to be just off the fucking charts. And because he has no elemental weaknesses or, you know, weaknesses to status effects, it's all physical attack for the most part. And you can see that the damage just isn't there because his defense is so fucking high. And he also has just a metric ass ton of fucking special abilities that he can drop on you, along with the fucking myriad of just regular physical attacks that he's gonna dig in your butthole with. Admittedly, I did fuck up during the entirety of this fight with him, and I didn't realize it at all until the very end, when it didn't matter anymore. In order to fight this fight at all and have a shot at getting the Bahamut summon materia, you have to complete all 20 of the battle intel reports. Now, to do like the last 3, you have to do it in hard mode so that you can get the extra experience in AP. In hard mode, you can't use fucking items, because that's hard mode. So during the entire fight, I didn't notice that the item tab in the command menu wasn't grayed out anymore. Didn't notice it once. So I inadvertently made this battle probably fucking 3 times harder because I wasn't using any of the items that I could have used. You know, them's the breaks. Still a bitch, though.
Watch yourself. I got this. Mind over matter. Bring it to heat.
Now, I am not entirely sure because I didn't try, but that umbral aura, I think, might be able to be dispelled with the subversion materia, but I'm not entirely sure of that. But it'll give you an alternative to using regenerate or regen to counter the damage that it causes. The motherfucker loves to count, I'll give him that. It makes me think he spent time on Sesame Street with the fucking count. And I find it really interesting that Leviathan, who is obviously a fucking water summon, I mean, when you summon him, he splashes out of water, has no elemental attacks, and his ultimate is considered wind. I don't understand that choice at all, but I mean, that's just my own personal. It is very cinematic looking, you know, you got this giant winged serpent sticking out of there, and then this giant fucking winged dragon. If it wasn't for those earrings, man, this battle would have been impossible for me because I had no idea I could use fucking items. As much of an endurance trial as it is, though, by comparison to some of the other hard mode fights that aren't even considered as difficult as this was actually pretty easy. I mean, it was an endurance trial, but that was it. There wasn't really a whole lot of strategy involved. You know, it wasn't the chess match I was expecting to do. It's a good endurance fight, but you know, the battle on the roof with Rufus and Darkstar is more of a chess match. I mean, that is one-on-one though, so.
Keep it together.
Well, you go ahead and handle it, bitch.
My turn.
Now that combo is a bitch to deal with, because if you don't see it coming and you don't prepare with a parry or a block, you're getting hit with all of it. And it will almost certainly kill you, and if it doesn't, you're not going to have shit left.
Need to heal up.
It's like impending danger or some shit. As soon as you see him take flight, you know what's coming. There ain't shit you can do to stop it. I don't think you can cancel out the dive bomb move. You just gotta run. Run like a bitch. And there it is. Fucking Mega Flare. It does look fucking amazing. Look at that.
This fight's not over yet.
You're lucky. If it weren't for those earrings, bitch, this fight would be over.
Good to go?
I like it. The very second he stands up, he's already dashing in for the fucking kill. That's why I love that character. Cloud is just a fucking badass, whether he remembers why or not. He's a hard ass.
You okay?
I mean, as angry as this game makes me, and this version of it, okay, let me be clear. As much as Final Fantasy VII Remake angers me, and it is a disappointment, much like, you know, Star Wars Battlefront and Star Wars Fallen Order and Resident Evil 7, much like all those things, it's fucking beautiful. It looks amazing. It just fell short in every other area.
Deal with that.
That looked amazing too. I do have to say this fight is cinematic as hell.
Taking over.
And a few of the moves that he does during this fight are the ones that you get if you get the summon. The Umbral Inferno and the Umbral Strikes are the ones that you get access to. And of course Mega Flare as his ultimate. I mean, even when you go into the command menu, it's cinematic as hell that it goes into the super slow motion and mutes the colors, you know? It's very cinematic. I do have to give it that. It's beautiful. It's just that they didn't follow up with anything. It very much reminds me of King Kong picking up the bitch in the old 1950s movie. when Bahamut grabs one of the party members and just stares him in the face. It's like straight and fucking eyeball fucking him. And how would you like it to have a giant, you know, 100-foot tall dragon eyeball fuck you? Now, I'm not entirely sure, but when he starts his count at number 5, if you can cancel that out, I think he has to start 5 over again. But canceling out any of the other ones, he just continues on.
Man, I trained for this. Damn it.
How the hell did she train for this? Just going after fucking Bahamut's ass.
I can still fight.
I mean, just the fact that I'm about to do the second ascension of this match shows how much damage this fucker is pumping out on my characters. I mean, he has killed all of them multiple times at this point.
Keep it together.
Let me
The bad part about Dive Bomb is, like, even if you get everybody really far away, one of them is getting hit with it. And getting hit with it almost guarantees that you're getting killed. See, I didn't know that he had a stone stare ability. Had no idea. But the fact that he froze her above where he's at actually did me a solid, because he couldn't just beat the shit out of me while I was frozen. See, now everybody's running out of juice. Life's low. MP's fucking low. Except for Cloud, but he can't do anything but raise the dead and make them crack-headed.
Keep it together.
That stagger bar is almost topped off. Taking more than 10 minutes of constant ass digging to get this motherfucker's stagger bar maxed out.
You're up.
My turn.
Of course, this was one of the first battles that I was trying to get out of the way. I hadn't, up to this point, I've only done my battle intel reports. I haven't even unlocked the hard mode combat simulator yet. I haven't fought any of the hidden fights in the game, and I don't even think... Nope, I've completed one chapter on hard mode. One. So even my my weapon level, I believe, is only at 5 for all these characters.
I got
this. It's on you.
Hang back.
So, I mean, of course the battle will get easier the more
Be careful.
building you do on your character before you go after this fight.
My turn.
But a lot of the fights that you're going to have later on, you're going to need Bahamut for, so you kind of are stuck in a bit of a catch-22 when it comes to this fight. And a lot of the things I've heard and read state that this is supposed to be one of the harder fights in the entire game. On hard or on normal, doesn't matter. I don't agree with that at all. I mean, not even a little bit. Well, he's down there having a fucking seizure. Oh, there we go.